Introduce off-speed pitches, you have to observe the pitcher and make sure he is able to throw a 4-seam fastball and a 2-seam fastball consistently for strikes to all parts of the plate. You also want to make sure the pitcher has a good grasp of mechanics and pitching terminology. Stress the importance of establishing the fastball because it's the foundation for all other pitches. Once your pitcher has reached that point, then it's time to look at off-speed and specialty pitches.
Sweeney waiting the pitch on the way.
Got him.
The 1-2 pitch. He struck it out.
We're just underway here. Swing and a miss.
3-2 to Segui, another breaking ball.
Then Steve Carlton, Roger Clemens, and now Randy Johnson.
So obviously he wasn't going to fire himself.
Well, that helps.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
2.
1-2 is swung.
A lot of movement on that knuckleball, so much that Mirabelli couldn't catch it clean.
You just got a chance to look at almost every type of off-speed and specialty pitch and how each one moves from a center field camera. Very rarely do you get to see all types of pitches consecutively. It really allows you to see the difference between each type of pitch.
Most people can't tell the difference between the various types of pitches. They might confuse sliders, sinkers, cutters, and curveballs. Hopefully, these clips have helped you. Let's head back out to the field so Habes can discuss the grips and mechanics of changeups and breaking balls.
He'll also talk about the other pitches, their movements, and the dangers of throwing them.
Okay guys, we got fastballs out of the way and our mechanics. Now we're ready to move on to off-speed pitches. And the first off-speed pitch we're going to talk about is the changeup. Now how many guys here have a changeup? Okay, now there are a lot of different changeups out there. Okay, some guys split their fingers, some guys throw a circle change, you got a 3-finger change or a 4-finger change. Okay, the most important thing is one, that it feels comfortable in your hand and you throw the grip that feels best for you. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is try and find a comfortable grip for each and every one of you. Now one way we can go about this is we're going to start out fresh. All right, so everybody take your hand just like this without the ball in it. Okay, now we'll take the ball and we'll put it right in the, and hold it right on these 2 middle fingers, and then take our pointer and our pinky and close it around the ball. We're not going to use our thumb yet. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get you guys to put the ball in the back of your fingers and not in your hand so it looks like that. When we throw a changeup, we want to make sure we get our fingers involved. Okay, so I got that ball in the back of your fingers. Now take the ball and put it just like that. Now you can take your thumb and put it on the ball and put it where it feels comfortable. And some of you pitchers and some of you older guys with bigger hands, if you can do it, some of you guys can even make a circle, like a circle change. Now a circle change is probably the most popular changeup. All right, but some of you, my pitchers here with smaller hands, don't feel like you have to make a circle. When you just start out throwing an off-speed pitch such as a changeup, again, make sure it's comfortable in your hand. Don't feel like you have to make a circle. Okay, but if you can and it feels good, then we'll go ahead and try it. But this is just one way of throwing a changeup. Another way is a 3-fingered grip, where we can either hold it like with 2 seams or 4 seams. Okay, again, everybody see where I got my baseball? I got it in the back of my fingers. I'm not throwing it in the back of my hand. Okay, very tough to throw a baseball with you holding the ball like this and throwing it 60 feet 6 inches. We got to get our fingers involved. Another way is 4 fingers, getting 4 fingers involved. The next grip we're going to talk about is the curveball. Now the common denominator with a curveball is one, we want to make sure that we get one of these long seams working for us. Okay, and when I talk about a long seam, I mean one of these. All right, now there's a couple different ways to grab a seam. One is to kind of come up on the horseshoe and get our 2 fingers right alongside that seam. Everybody do that now. Okay, just like that. You want to make sure you get it on the inside part of that seam. Another thing we want to do when you hold that curveball is hold it out in front of you and make sure that you're not grabbing too much hand on one side of the ball. That's what we call snow coning it. Okay, you want to make sure you get that finger, those fingers, and you're cutting that ball in half and you see at least a little bit of ball on both sides. That tells me that you have a good firm grip. Okay, and again, I'm grabbing that long seam. Another way to grab that long seam is to come across here and hold it there. That feels pretty comfortable for me. Okay, it might feel comfortable for you. But again, there's a couple different ways to go about it. But again, the common denominator, make sure we're grabbing that ball down the center. Now we're going to take all the pitches and all the grips we went over, our 4-seam fastball, our 2-seam fastball, our changeup, and our curveball, and we're going to take our pitches here, put them in the power position, and we're going to work on our pitches. My first guy is going to be Juan here. And Juan, we're going to get in the power position, and we're going to throw a 4-seam fastball. And I want Juan to concentrate on throwing his 4-seam fastball away to a right-handed hitter. Go ahead, Juan. And what we're trying to do here is get good 4-seam rotation, decent velocity, and good location. Attaboy. Now one thing I want to get Juan doing here is work a little bit better with your balance, where when you finish nice and easy, nice and balanced. There you go, good. Great.